Namaste for all. Now I am going to do my presentation on catatonic schizophrenia. It is one of the types of schizophrenia. Comes under Unit 3, Session number 28. Let's say the main objectives of this session is the main objective. I am going to explain the clinical features of catatonic schizophrenia based on DSM criteria. DSM in the sense Diagnostic Systematic Manual, and ICD classifications of international classifications of mental disorder. Based on these two, I will explain the clinical features. What are the main characteristics of the catatonic schizophrenia patients or catatonic schizophrenia, and demonstrate how to demonstrate. I will explain the students how to demonstrate the students how to diagnose the catatonic schizophrenia by using its clinical features. By using these two category DSM and ICD classifications clinical features, they can able to diagnose. I am going to teach them and I am going to demonstrate them how to diagnose and how to identify the patients with catatonic schizophrenia. And the outcomes of my this study is what I am expecting with my students is after this session is that students is unable to students unable to understand the clinical features of catatonic schizophrenia based on DSM and ICD-10, also ICD-10 clinical features also they will come to know, and they're able to differentiate it from the other types of schizophrenia, how this catatonic schizophrenia is differ from paranoid or disorganized or undifferentiated type of schizophrenia, and they can able to diagnose the catatonic schizophrenia based on the clinical features. Once they know the DSM and ICD-10 classifications of clinical features of this catatonic schizophrenia, it is help them to identify the disorders disorders of catatonic schizophrenia, who the persons having catatonic schizophrenia, they can able to diagnose that person is having a catatonic schizophrenia based on the clinical features. Once they know these features, they can able it helps them to identify the catatonic schizophrenia. Then contents. What all the contents I have added in this topic is the meaning of the catatonic schizophrenia, then diagnostic criteria for catatonic schizophrenia based on DSM-4TR, then essential clinical features on the basis of ICD-10, then references, what are all the books I have referred to cover this topic, and the meaning of catatonic schizophrenia. Let's see the meaning first. Catatonic schizophrenia affects a person the way he or she move in extremes way. In exaggerated moves, they are showing extreme or exaggerated motor movements. Movements in the sense they are not standing in a proper place. They are keep on moving here and there. And then they might stay totally still, or they might stay either they move in exaggerated or extreme ways, they are not even standing in the proper way, they are keep on moving, or else they stay totally still and mute, they are not even talking much, their mutism, ziplock mouth movements also they are not talking much, and they are totally still, staying in the still movements, they are in a immobility manner, they are still. Immobility means they are not moving, they are in a stable conditions, they are sitting in a very order manner, in a order manner they are sitting, they are not sitting in a perfect manner, they are sitting in a order way. So ಒಂದೇ ಥರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು, ಒಂದ ಕೂತಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಚಲನವಲನ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಕೂತಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಐದರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್, ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್, ಒಂದ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ and they are not talking much, ಮತ್ತೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Catatonic schizophrenia not only occur with schizophrenia but in mood disorders. ಸಿ ಕ್ಯಾಟಟೋನಿಕ್ ಸ್ಕಿಜೋಫ್ರೇನಿಯಾ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒಕ್ಕರ್ ವಿತ್ ಸ್ಕಿಜೋಫ್ರೇನಿಯಾ, ಸ್ಕಿಜೋಫ್ರೇನಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಕಂಡುಬರುವುದು ಚಿತ್ತ ಮನೋರೋಗದಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಮೂಡ್ ಡಿಸಾರ್ಡರ್ಸ್, ಮೂಡ್ ಡಿಸಾರ್ಡರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಭಾವನಾತ್ಮಕ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕ್ಯಾಟಟೋನಿಕ್ ಈ ಚಿತ್ತ ಮನೋರೋಗ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ದೆನ್ ಆಟಿಸಮ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಕ್ಕರ್ ಇನ್ ಆಟಿಸಮ್ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಇನ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಸ್. Autism, why? Because they are withdrawal from the society, they are not mingling with the other people, so they are maintaining the same positions. Autism means they are not talking much with the other people, they are not mingle with the other people, so they are maintaining or they are sitting in a same manner, or they are staying in a still, they are totally maintaining the still positions and mute, and they are not talking much, and in the other conditions also this occurs. And but in most often cases this catatonic schizophrenia occur only with the schizophrenia, but in some conditions it occurs along with the mood disorders or autism and other conditions also. And then DSM-4 criteria. Based on DSM-4, essential features of a catatonic schizophrenia is a marked psychomotor disturbances. See, there is psychological and motor disturbances. Motor disturbances is nothing but a movements, they are keep on moving. Movements is a disturbances, very disturbed movements are seen in their behavior. That might include, see, motoric immobility, either they are not moving, they are in a still position, or excessive motor activity. In the meaning itself I have told, excessive motor activity, ಒಂದ ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಮೋಟರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ, ನಾಟ್ ಇವನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಆನ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಆನ್ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಆನ್ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಓಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಡೀತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಇದ್ದದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಓಡಾಟ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಓಡಾಟ ನಡೆದಾಟಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ನಡೆಯುವಂಥ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳು. Or extreme negativism, their feelings also, they are having a negative attitude, extreme negative feelings, extreme negative thoughts, extreme negativism, ಋಣಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿ ಆಲೋಚಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು. Then mutism, they are mute, they are not talking with other persons, they are completely maintaining the mutism. Peculiarities in the sense behaving in some other kind, or in a not a normal way, abnormal way, in the sense ವಿಚಿತ್ರವಾಗಿ ವರ್ತಿಸುವುದು. Peculiarities of voluntary movements, their movements also peculiarities, kinds of movements, ವಿಚಿತ್ರವಾಗಿ ನಡೆಯುವಂಥದ್ದು. they are not walking in a normal way, or they are not running in a normal way. Peculiar kinds of running or peculiar kinds of walking we can see in these patients. Then echolalia and echopraxia, what I have mentioned in the schizophrenia, that features exist here also in the catatonic schizophrenia. Echolalia is nothing but repeating the same words what spoken by the examiner, or the echopraxia, the repetition of the same movements of the other people. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕೋಲಾಲಿಯಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕೋಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಯಾ. ಒಂದ ತುಂಬ ಋಣಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾತುಕತೆ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಾಯಿ ಮುಚ್ಚಿಕೊಂಡೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ಪೆಕ್ಯುಲಿಯಾರಿಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಲಂಟರಿ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಅವರ ವಿಚಿತ್ರವಾದ ನಡೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ನಡೆಯುವುದಾಗಲಿ ಓಡುವುದಾಗಲಿ. ಎಕೋಲಾಲಿಯಾ ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಉಚ್ಚರಿಸಿದ ಶಬ್ದವನ್ನು ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಕೋಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಯಾ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ನಡೆದ ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. Then motoric immobility may be manifested by catalepsy or stupor. In the sense, say motoric immobility, in the sense they are not in the mobilized condition, they are not moving. Immobility in the sense they are keep on still positions. Motoric immobility may be manifested by catalepsy and stupor. They are standing in either in a one leg, or in a only one position. They are sitting or standing in a one postures. They are maintaining that postures for a long time. So motoric immobility, they are not showing any kinds of movements. They are sitting or standing in a one kind of movement, in a one postures for a long period of time. That is called as catalepsy. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದೇ ಭಂಗಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಹೊತ್ತು ದೀರ್ಘಕಾಲ ಅದೇ ಭಂಗಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವುದನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೂಪರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಟಲೆಪ್ಸಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸೆಸಿವ್ ಮೋಟರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಅಪಾರೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಲೆಸ್ and is not influenced by external stimuli. The excessive motor activity, see, they are sometimes they are excessive motor activity without the reasons. They are showing extreme motor activity is apparently purposeless, without intention, without reason, without any intention or without any reasons. They are keep on moving here and there, or here and there. They are walking. They are keep on running, and is not influenced by, not only without purposeless, but also not influenced by external stimuli, without any reasons. That is called as without any reason, external stimuli, in the sense, even though the person is not calling also, they are keep on walking, they are keep on running, and even though purposeless, that is called as purposeless, external stimuli, in the sense without a reason. ಸೊ ಮೈಂಟೈನ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣ ಇಲ್ಲದಿದ್ದರೂ ಸಹ ಉದ್ದೇಶರಹಿತವಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಆಚೆ ಈಚೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಓಡಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ಮೇಂಟೆನೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಜಿಡ್ ಪೋಸ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಮೂಡ್. ರಿಜಿಡ್ ಪೋಸ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ vulgar postures, some kind of odd kind of postures, right? They are maintaining the same postures or odd postures for a long period of time against attempts to be moved. In the sense, they are not moving anywhere. They are maintaining the same postures for a long period of time, or odd postures. ಅವರು ಇದ್ದ ಭಂಗಿಯನ್ನೇ ತುಂಬ ಹೊತ್ತಿನವರೆಗೆ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದೇ ಭಂಗಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಎಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಮೂವ್, ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಲುಗಾಡುವ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. Then resistance to all instructions. They are not only hearing the instructions, and resistance to all instructions. They are not even responding to the instructions or suggestions, whatever given by the other persons. So they are not following, not even listening also the other person's instructions, all the instructions, whatever telling to them, whatever depth to them. ಸಿ, ಅವರು ಯಾವುದೇ ನಿಯಮಗಳನ್ನು ಪಾಲಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ, ಮತ್ತು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಟಸ್ಥರಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇವನ್ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್, ನಾಟ್ ಇವನ್ ಲಿಸನಿಂಗ್ ದ ಆಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. Then peculiarities of voluntary movement. Peculiarities in the sense I have already mentioned. Abnormal kind of voluntary movement. They are not walking or standing or running in a normal way. Peculiar kinds of voluntary movements shown, we can see in that person. ಸೊ ವಿಚಿತ್ರವಾಗಿ ನಡೀತಾರೆ, ವಿಚಿತ್ರವಾದ ಐಚ್ಛಿಕ ಚಲನವಲನಗಳು ಇರ್ತದೆ. Then voluntary assumptions of inappropriate or bizarre postures. Voluntary assumptions of inappropriate or bizarre postures ಅಂದರೆ voluntary assumptions of inappropriate kind of movements or postures. Postures in the sense, they are in a standing also, in a sitting positions also. They are not sitting in an exact way. They are not sitting in a social acceptable way. Inappropriate or bizarre postures. They are not sitting in a societal acceptable way. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವಿಚಿತ್ರ ಭಂಗಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತುಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವಿಚಿತ್ರ ಭಂಗಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಎಕೋಲಾಲಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ಯಾಥಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಕೈಂಡ್. ಸಿ, ಎಕೋಲಾಲಿಯಾ as I have already mentioned, so is a parrot-like. Sometimes they are making a parrot-like sounds. ಗಿಳಿಯ ಹಾಗೆ ಶಬ್ದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಗಿಳಿಯ ಹಾಗೆ. Or senseless, nonsense kinds of repetitions of a word spoken by others. They are repeating the words which are spoken by others. Same repeats without a sense, without a senseless thing. They are speaking or they are repeating the same words for a long period of time. ತುಂಬ ಹೊತ್ತಿನವರೆಗೆ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಆಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅದೇ ಶಬ್ದವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ 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 ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ವಿದೌಟ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್, ವಿದೌಟ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವಿದೌಟ್ ಅ ಸೆನ್ಸ್, ಯಾವುದೇ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಅದೇ ಶಬ್ದವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪುನರುಚ್ಚರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. Then echopraxia is the repetitive imitation of the movements of another person. See, echolalia is the repetition of words. Echopraxia is the repetitive imitation of the movements of another person. If the another person's movements is in the sense, if another person in the sense of, for example, a handicapped or a physically challenged person's moving in a if his legs are leg movements is not proper, he is imitating or he is making fun of that person's movements. that he is keep on moving in the same way as the physically challenged person moves, and he keep on making fun of them, and he is laughing over that in that for that moments ecopraxia. ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಅಂಗವಿಕಲ ನಡೆದಾಗ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುವುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಯಾರೊಬ್ಬರು ನಡೆಯುವ ರೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಅದನ್ನೇ ತೋರಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಗುವುದು. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫನ್ ಬೈ ಇಮಿಟೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಅದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಆರ್ completely they are repeating the same movements of the other persons continuously for a long period of time. ತುಂಬ ಹೊತ್ತಿನವರೆಗೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. Then stereotype is in the sense, sometimes if they see one person, they are particular persons, based on particular person's behavior, they are universally come to the universal conclusion. See, if the one person is bad, they are come to the universal conclusion that the other person, the whole universe is all, the whole community is very bad. They are coming to that conclusions. So stereotype is in the sense that, ಅಂದರೆ ಏಕರೂಪಕತೆ ಅಂತ, ಯಾರು ಒಬ್ಬರು ಕೆಟ್ಟವರಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೆಟ್ಟವರು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ದೆನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರಿಸಮ್ಸ್, even their mannerisms also same kinds, mannerisms in the sense the behavior also in the same kinds. Stereotype is mannerisms. And automatic obedience and mimicry. Automatically they are obedient, showing obedience without a reason. They are showing obedience to, or they are showing over sincerity to the other persons. ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ವಿಧೇಯರಾಗಿರೋದು ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ವಿದೌಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್. ಆರ್ ಮಿಮಿಕ್ರಿ, they are doing mimicry in the sense imitating other person's speech, or imitating other person's movements, imitating other person's acts. ಮಿಮಿಕ್ರಿ ಒಂದ ಸ್ಟೀರಿಯೋಟೈಪ್ ಏಕರೂಪಕತೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಅವರ ಮ್ಯಾನರಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಹಾವಭಾವಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಸರಿ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಇದ್ದಕ್ಕಿದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣವಿಲ್ಲದಂತಹ ವಿಧೇಯತೆಯನ್ನು, ಸಂದರ್ಭಕ್ಕೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಅತಿಯಾದ ವಿಧೇಯತೆಯನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸುವುದು. ಅಥವಾ ಮಿಮಿಕ್ರಿ, ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಮಾಡಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಮಾಷೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಮಿಮಿಕ್ರಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವುದು. ದೆನ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ catatonic schizophrenia is usually acute. See, this is acute, very the intensity is very high intensity is there. It is not a chronic disorder, it is an acute one. Very extreme level of problems occur in catatonic schizophrenia. In the second and early third decade occurs. Usually it occurs during the second and third decade. So then the course is often episodic. See, episodic in the sense there is like a serial like manner. Sometimes it occur more and sometimes it occur very less. And recovery from, sometimes it may occur and sometimes it may not. And recovery from the episode is usually complete. So recovery is it is possible. One can recover from this disorder is possible. One can able to recover from this problem, from this disorder. And the residual features are present after 2 or more episodic. Residual features are present after 2 or more decades, in more episodes, in the sense the other features of the catatonic schizophrenia also present after 2 or more episodes. Once the 2 or more episodes occurs, then the other features also occur. There is a chance of other features also occur, but the most features are that immobility, motor immobility or mutism or extreme movements. And differential diagnosis is from other causes of stupor and catatonia. See, the differential diagnosis is in the sense there is a reason for stupor and catatonia. There is because of different reasons also occur stupor and catatonia. So it is different from this disorder. For here, the stupor and catatonia, other reasons are there. For in other types, catatonian stupor, in other ways, there is a other causes also there, both catatonia and stupor. Here it is differ from that stupor and catatonia. And then ICD-10 clinical features of catatonic schizophrenia. ICD-10 based on till now I have explained about the DSM clinical features. Now ICD-10 clinical features I am going to explain. First one is stupor, in the sense a marked decrease in reactivity to the environment and in spontaneous movements and activity. See, stupor in the sense marked decrease in reactivity. They are not reacting, reduced reactivity to the environment. They are not actively participating in any action, any things, any work. So decreased or reduced their activities, reduced activity levels, and spontaneous movements, or else and in spontaneous movements, so they are away from this spontaneous movements also. They are not keep on normal movements they are maintaining, and activity also becomes very reducing manner. Their activities also becomes very less, or mutism in the sense they are not talking much, or they are speechless, they have become speechless. And excitement, then the excitement in the sense suddenly they are reacting apparently without any reason, so motor activity and not influenced by the external stimuli that I have explained already in the DSM criteria. So excitement, sudden excitement, they are showing overactivity or overreactions they are showing without any reasons or without any intentions. ಅಂದರೆ ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಆತುರಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಮ್ಮೆಗೆ ಆತುರಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಅತಿಯಾದ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸುವುದು, ಅತಿಯಾದ ಉತ್ಸುಕತೆಯನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇದೆ. ಉತ್ಸುಕತೆ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಎನಿ ಪರ್ಪಸ್, ಅಪಾರೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಲೆಸ್, ವಿತೌಟ್ ಎನಿ ಪರ್ಪಸ್. Motor activities also they are doing. Motor activity in the sense without any intention they are walking or they are running or they are doing any activity, not influenced by external stimuli. There is no reason for it. And posturing, they are maintaining or maintenance of inappropriate or bizarre postures, or a vulgar or a odd kind of postures which is not acceptable by the society. See, posturing in the sense bhangi, they are sitting positions or else standing positions. It is not acceptable, societal acceptable manner. They are not standing or sitting in a societal acceptable manner. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾಜ ಒಪ್ಪುವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ನಿಲ್ಲುವ ಭಂಗಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವರು ಕೂರುವ ಭಂಗಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೇಂಟೆನೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಅಪ್ರಾಪ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆರ್ ಬಿಸೇರ್ ಪೋಸ್ಚರ್ಸ್. Inappropriate, not sitting or standing in an appropriate manner or a normal manner. Bizarre postures in the sense of vulgar or odd postures, odd, not acceptable by the anyone's. Then negativism, they are showing extreme negativism in the sense they are not following any instructions, they are not even responding to the any instructions or suggestions given by other persons. ಇವರು ತುಂಬ ಋಣಾತ್ಮಕತೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಇವರಲ್ಲಿ, ಋಣಾತ್ಮಕ ಆಲೋಚನೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಮೋಟಿವ್ಲೆಸ್. They are acting in a motiveless, without any motive. They are not having any motives inside them. Internal motives also very less. So because of this they are not responding to the instructions. Inside them there is no motivations are there. So because of that they are resistant to all kinds of instructions. They are not responding or they are not following any instructions or movement in the opposite directions. Sometimes they are movement in opposite direction. They are breaking the instructions or they are behaving against to the instructions. In an opposite manner, behaving against opposite manner to the, they are reacting in a, or they are moving in a, or they are showing their behavior which is opposite to the instructions. ಅವರು ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಲಹೆಗಳನ್ನು ರೀತಿ ನೀತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಉಲ್ಲಂಘನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲೂ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಉತ್ತರಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್, ಐದರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ reacting to the instructions or they are moving or behaving in opposite directions. Then the rigidity, maintenance of a rigid postures, maintenance of odd postures for a long period of time. In the sense ವಿಚಿತ್ರ ಭಂಗಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಒಂದೇ ಪೋಸ್ಟರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಹೊತ್ತಿನವರೆಗೆ ಕಾಲ ಕಳೀತಾರೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. Then waxy flexibility, in the sense the maintenance of body in externally imposed positions. Externally imposed positions, in the sense waxy flexibility, in the sense maintenance of a body in externally imposed position. Most of the people think that externally imposed position they are standing. Maintenance of the body position in the same positions they are maintaining for a long time. They are maintaining the same positions for a long time. And command automatism and perseveration of words and phrases. Command at command, command automatism, in the sense without any commands they are responding to the commands or the orders without any automatism. See, without any reason, automatically they are following the commands of others. And perseveration of the words and phrases of others. They are following or they are repeating the words of others or the praises of others. They are following the praises or the words of others also. Hmm. Then I will move to my references. From here itself, I will stop in presentation. My references are Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. From that, I have taken the DSM-4 criteria of clinical features, fourth editions. Then Neeraj Ahuja's book. From that, I have taken the ICD-10 classifications of clinical features. Then for the meaning, I have taken from one website, that is www.webmd.com schizophrenia guide. And thank you one and all for listening the sessions. Thank you. I will stop by here itself.